Welcome to TryScottsdale.com, the 7 best places to stay in Scottsdale, Arizona. As far as Try Scottsdale is concerned, well, first off is the Phoenician in Scottsdale. It's on the East Camelback Road. It's barely in Scottsdale. It's right snug up against the Camelback Mountain. As you can see, it's a luxurious spot. The Phoenician is a collection of resorts in Scottsdale, exclusive offers and so forth and so on. You can see the accommodations and the room styles are really, really top notch. As far as we're concerned, their dining, their spas, their wedding ceremonies, obviously, the meetings, and of course the golf. Make sure you connect with the Phoenician in Scottsdale. Next up is the Hermosa Inn here in Scottsdale. It's on the cusp of Paradise Valley and Scottsdale, but it has a little bit more of a unique history, and it's a little bit smaller, a little bit more secluded, a little bit more off to itself, but they have definitely tremendous value. Look at that room right there. Unbelievable. Little eclectic place, if you want to call it that, and they've got definitely really nice restaurants, and the venue is just wonderful, obviously, and it's located just off of the Camelback Mountain as well. There's a gallery of images are tremendous, and I hear the food is wonderful. Next up at TryScottsdale.com is Hotel Valley Ho. Now, this place is much more nostalgic, I would say. Built probably back in the 50s, and it has been renovated, as you can see. They've made them into more like townhomes, but also look at that view, and that actually, I believe, is Camelback Mountain there, looking towards the north and west. And this is Phoenix in here, also Scottsdale, and a little bit more to the right there is Paradise Valley. But as you can see, it has more of a old style, maybe a 70s motif, but it would be a wonderful place, especially for like a bachelorette party and couples going on a weekend retreat. They obviously have different places there, and this is actually located in Old Town Scottsdale, so you're definitely not going to miss out on anything when it comes to Hotel Valley Ho and the events and weddings that you could possibly have. Okay, now we're coming up to the Westin Kierland Villas. Now, not the resort. The resort is a little bit east of the actual villas off of Greenway in Scottsdale, Arizona. Now, it's on the cusp again of Scottsdale and Phoenix, but as you can see, this is a little bit more secluded. The resort is a little bit more friendly on especially the groups and conventions that come in, but if you want an all-inclusive opportunity, you can see the smaller villa rooms, the regular normal one, and then the obviously a little bit bigger villa, and then they have definitely the suites and so forth and so on. But this place is for bringing the children. This place is just for getting away for a weekend or a week. Wonderful views. Specifically with this Westin Kierland Villas. Remember, it's not a part of the resort as much. The resort is a little bit more, like I said, to the east. But the accommodations here are going to be pretty much breathtaking, and obviously look at that. You can in-room dining, and they also, like I said, have an inclusive package that I have heard about specifically from people that tell me, yeah, it's really, really worth it. Well, we have the Four Seasons Resort in Scottsdale at Troon North in North Scottsdale, and this reminds me more of a Santa Fe-ish style resort. And this is really secluded up in the northern part of Scottsdale, up against several mountains there, where you're not going to hear too much. You're going to get wonderful views of the valley itself. And as you can see, They have all kinds of options for a deluxe casita room and a premier casita and even a 2-bedroom suite. They've got plenty more options as well. You can have many different packages that they offer. And as you can see, a lot of the sunrises and sunsets are breathtaking. And it really is a little bit more in the secluded area of North Scottsdale. And the True North Golf Club obviously is right there in the thick of it. And I would definitely recommend the Four Seasons Resort Scottsdale at True North. I've stayed there personally. I've heard from many people about the accommodations and so forth and so on. And it is just a wonderful setting. And they have a video here on the website if you want to take a look at it. And definitely the casitas and the suites are to die for. Look at that. That is 5-star accommodations for any type of family and or couples. Well, we've got the Scottsdale Resort at McCormick Ranch. Now, this is along Scottsdale Road, a little bit north of Old Town. And I can tell you the history of this to a point where this used to be horse properties all along Scottsdale Road. And now, obviously, since the 50s and later on in the later 20th century, they were improving it, obviously, all along Scottsdale Road. And as you can see, McCormick Ranch has a dual golf course, 36 holes total, and a wonderful facility. It's a little bit more of an older facade, an older style. But I think a lot of people like that, and it is comforting. Their cuisine is top-notch here as far as I'm concerned, and they obviously have things that are suitable for families. But as you can see, very nice, quaint, and quiet atmosphere with wonderful views of the main golf course there. And the pool here is huge, ladies and gentlemen. So definitely look into the Scottsdale Resort at McCormick Ranch. And finally, the number 7 on the list, last but not least, is the JW Marriott Scottsdale Camelback Inn and Resort and Spa. It's normally known for the Camelback Inn Resort and Spa. I believe Marriott took it over here not too long ago, maybe a few years back. But as you can see, this is nestled up as well in Paradise Valley and the surrounding Scottsdale area. They call it Scottsdale, and I think it's barely in Scottsdale, but it's nestled up against the mountain that is a little bit north of Camelback Mountain. And you can see that the accommodations are top-notch. 5-star accommodations at this JW Marriott, which you should expect. But they definitely have all kinds of options for their accommodations, from the poolside suite. As you can see, it has its own little deluxe pool, obviously individual, and the sun deck casita. I believe this is the back of Camelback Mountain right here looking south, and definitely an option for those of you who are looking for an extended stay. And obviously the dining is top-notch here at JW Marriott, like always, and including the gallery of hotel views, as we can see here. Wonderful artwork, wonderful Santa Fe style accommodations as well, and just breathtaking inside and out of some of these suites and casitas. And the view is spectacular. You're going to be able to see a lot of Paradise Valley and Scottsdale along those balcony views. Definitely something that is optional for families and even a couples weekend retreat.